What are dark secrets about the porn industry that people should know? Oh, I also used to drive some exotic dancers 2 or 3 cities to do regular doctor appointments. They never felt safe going local because they always get recognized and people get creepy. Not sure if that counts as porn industry, but I'd imagine the same rules apply. A lot of actors takes a lot of drugs. Like a lot. Plus basically every male actor gets erectile dysfunction after being in the business for so long as they are pumped up on Viagra. The whole tons of Viagra thing is absolutely true, and so is the bit about casting directors playing fast and loose with STDs. I have a friend that once turned down a shoot for a gay porn at a campground because none of the actors were required to be tested beforehand. A few of them ended up contracting HIV from that shoot. Hot Girls Wanted. Produced by Rashida Jones. Explores most of the seedy practices discussed in here. A trafficked 15-year-old was found on Pornhub. Almost 100 videos. She was verified by Pornhub while trafficked. Many of the 18-year porn stars were recruited when they were 16 or 17. I don't think people realize just how many videos contain people being trafficked. It was once legal in some countries to use children. Not sure if it's been said yet, but the outdoor or public scenes require permits to shoot. 80% of the time the crew shows up with a police scanner and cheeses it before the cops show up. Edit: yes folks. There's worse out there than evading paperwork filing costs in the porn industry. But when posting initially I really expected this to be overlooked. Also, cheese it is an outdated term apparently. James Dean. The famous porn star who made a killing by looking like an authentic, genuine dude, is a rapist according to several co-stars and his ex-girlfriend Stoya. But the porn industry didn't get a Me Too movement. So he's still in porn and Stoya isn't. And it wasn't even a freaking secret. I know a girl who did some porn and she started doing it when she was only a teenager, except all her porn videos were labeled 18+. Some girls are tricked into filming the video. They are promised to do some modeling, and when they arrive they find out that it's more than just a few pictures. Porn is a big human trafficking industry. Nowhere near as rampant and dangerous as child trafficking, but it's still very active. They recruit young women and teens from troubled homes or rebelling against their parents. They lure them in with money and the ability to live free and do what they want. All they have to do is some amateur porn. Once away from friends and family, they are put in a house with other young women in the industry and given a room. They bond and go to shoots or whatever. They get paid a lot and they love it. Some get hooked on drugs. Almost all have bad experiences. The person who owns the house they live in takes a cut of everything. It's all a bunch of teen girls, so it's not a very clean place. The turnover rate is astounding as well. It's a miracle essentially if you last longer than 4 months without a mental breakdown or going home and never returning. They, mainly Pornhub, but most sites do it, turn a blind eye to human trafficking because that rings in over 1/3 of their profits through these homemade videos. Also, there was a petition to get Pornhub taken down for this. Nowadays, it's very similar to a studio style 9-5 job. Nobody is really making a lot of money anymore. I've been in and out of it for about 25 years. It's morphed into this industry where smarter people use pornography to build a brand. The people that were popular 25 years ago wouldn't get far today because they were primarily only interested in getting paid up front for shooting scenes. If I'm going to do this, I want $300. Those types. So those people could go out and get paid $600 per film, which was great money back in 2001. Many people busted their asses to make as much content as they could, but there was no residual income after that. So that's why in the late 90s and early 2000s, there were simply so many films. Now, the women are tracking their income on the back end with things like Snapchat and OnlyFans. It's not a cleaner industry by any means. A lot of the time child pornography slips through the cracks. More often than not those girls that look 14-16 are actually within that age range, but nobody questions it because age checks don't happen often. So next time you're spanking your bacon to some petite flat-chested teen barely legal poop, think twice before you nut. That may be a child. A lot of the 18-year-olds in the porn industry probably were in it when they were younger too. Those sizes are not natural. And the actors usually don't last an hour, they just edit the shootings they did edit. Wow. My most upvoted comment is about PPs 3 times bigger than mine. Note that. As someone else has pointed out down here. Another big thing, pun intended, is the camera angle. They are shot with the purpose of making the PP look bigger. So watch out with your PP pics. Child actors from Thailand. Most men in gay porn are straight. They just get paid more for taking it up the bum. Edit, to all of those saying that doing gay porn makes you gay. I'll say this, doing something you don't really enjoy. But pretending you're happy is what the rest of us call a day's work. Porn isn't a how-to guide for your own hanky-panky life. Should have posted this with a serious tag. Those orgasms aren't real. Great. After reading these comments I can no longer watch porn. Thanks WAP. The porn industry is very toxic and the actors are treated very badly. Drugs. Abuse. Lie. The grooming and locking. If you've never heard of locking, it's basically when a group of girls doing porn are living together, typically, and they are pressured to spend their money by producers who claim to be their friends. The goal here is to diminish any sort of saving money thought process, and they make it out like the money will never stop coming. This keeps them broke and making doing more shoots. This is a well-done thing. They are almost all prostitutes. Most people don't put 2 and 2 together. But yes. It is easier to persuade a prostitute to do a porn than it is to persuade actors and actresses to do it. I grew up in the San Fernando Valley. The industry was very tight-knit and closed off. But everyone knew people in the industry in some capacity. The dressing room trash cans are full of empty disposable enemas and it smells like farts and sadness in there. PRN Hub had a missing 15 as a verified model. Johnny Sins is not an astronaut, or firefighter, or police officer. That if you had hanky-panky with a guy and it was uploaded to PH, then you literally have no rights to remove that video. Often men takes Viagra, Silas and other drugs to stay along. Some of them even takes the drugs with a syringe in their own penis. Most of the special go is a mixed fluid. They take it in an extra camera shot so that it looks normal. Christian XXX molests the women after the clip is finished. About every woman says that. Some of them are not 18. Think before you fap to some of your favorite barely legal poop. It ain't even her real brother. In most cases. Pornstar Veronica Rodriguez filmed multiple videos with her real half-sister. They share a father. Yep. That's actual incest. Shit's messed up. Edit. Her sister is Kataya Rodriguez. Turns out that most of those girls are coke methed heroined out of their freaking minds while they take that PP. Does it bother anyone else how abundant the teen and incest step family content is on Pornhub?
Hi there. Look, if you enjoyed the video, well, why not go ahead and hit that like and subscribe to Reddit Stories. In fact, if you want to see even more responses to this thread, well then, take a look. There's the link in the description below. And remember, show some love to those authors while you're there. And I look forward to seeing you next time.